Guys, Robert Bat One here, coming at you with a duel video. It's been a while since I've been able to do one of these, but I was able to get me playing against my mate with Burning Abyss. I am playing Heroes, and haha, this is a match. This was played up my locals, and I'm going first. He rolled a 4, I rolled an 18. Um, so we're gonna basically be having a really fun match here, playing Burning Abyss versus Heroes, which doesn't normally like seeing as tall guy come back to win everything. It's actually pretty good, but it looks like we start off with the hero lives for me as the hero player, and we're going to summon Stratos. Stratos effects resolved, and we're gonna go ahead and are we going to get? We go ahead and get a Vision Hero Forest. There is a bit of glare there due to a light on top of the on top of the place where we were playing, but like that happens, it's sometimes unavoidable. So we get Vision Hero Forest, and you see me checking actually to see if the glare was there. But yes, so we have the Vision Hero Forest, and we discard a Shadow Mist to summon the Forest. We're using the Forest's effect to place a Vision Hero increase, and then increases effect was going to trigger to summon out a itself, and then summon out a Vision Hero Vion. With Vion, we are going to most likely be sending a Destiny Hero Malicious. Yep, and we now use Vion's effect to search polymerization. Now, you want to always make sure you search polymerization with Vision Hero Vion, just because it will always guarantee you to have your polymerization play, be it if you're making your Vision Hero Adoration, Vision Hero Trinity, or your Elemental Hero Sunriser. So we go ahead and link the increase and the Vion into a extra hero Cross Crusader, and we're going to go ahead and summon a Destiny Hero Malicious. Extra hero is going to then tribute Malicious to search us a hero card. What am I going to search? I honestly cannot remember what I searched here. Let's see. So I'm checking my hand to see if I've got any other options. But what are we going to add? And sorry if I do have a little cough here and there, guys. I am still currently sick well, I'm getting over my sickness, but that nonetheless, we are still going to go strong in this video. So, we choose to add Elemental Hero Solid Soldier. Interesting choice right there. And we activate a reinforcements in the army, getting caught in that glare there, but it's fine. We can still tell it's a reinforcement in the army. And we choose to get Stratos. And we'll summon Solid Soldier and then special summon a Stratos, which will then go ahead and grab us another hero. From here, I believe I grabbed a... Oh! Sorry. No, we grabbed a Liquid Soldier. Liquid Soldier is just very good to grab here because of its effect that will say if we use polymerization, which we are, we can basically make a chain link free now because we use the Solid Soldier as well. So we get to make a chain link of basically Liquid Man chain link 1, Sunriser chain link 2, and Solid Soldier chain link 3. So we summon out the Shadow Mist. We're going to go ahead and search out a Miracle Fusion due to Sunriser's effect. What are we going to get? We get the Miracle Fusion. Obviously, it's the only card we can actually add with Sunriser. And then our opponent is going to cut our deck to go ahead and get us 2 draws, and then we will have to discard 1. What will we discard? We discard a Cosmic Cyclone. And then we're going to go ahead and trigger the Shadow Mist effect, which will go ahead and get us a Mask Change, because we summoned it through the effect of Solid Soldier. Okay. Now, what do we do next? We go ahead and activate the Miracle Fusion, and we're most likely, and the only target in the deck is Absolute Zero, so we're going to be banishing a Vion and a Liquid Soldier to go ahead and summon out the Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. Best card in the game, by the way, guys. Favorite card, great card. And we're going to go ahead and link summon with the Cross Crusader and the Stratos into Dread Decimator. Now, you've got to remember, all of these monsters currently have very high attack points, because not only is Sunriser giving all of these monsters 800 extra attack points because we control 4 different attributes of heroes, but Dread Decimator is also giving a big boost for each different hero name in the graveyard. So, all of these monsters currently have a very high attack stat. So, let's see what our opponent is going to do, seeing as we have passed to him. What is he going to start off with? It looks like our opponent is thinking, what could he potentially have? And, so he's activated an emergency teleport. That's actually pretty cool because in Burning Abyss, like you commonly play stuff like Psychic Tracker and Psychic Wielder, so this will allow him to get one of those level 3s to essentially give him an easier access into a Cherubini or a Dante. He summons the Tracker, I believe that one is. The Wielder is the secret, I believe. So I believe that is a Psychic Tracker. But what is he going to summon after this? Seeing as that wasn't a special summon, he summons out a Sea Archiver. Interesting. So he's playing a very interesting rank 3 engine, level 3 engine, and he's going to link these two most likely into a Cherubini, which will allow him to go into his BA plays. So he summons out the Cherubini, and instantly, as soon as that comes down, I activate the Mask Change to summon out Dark Law. Pretty much trying to prevent him from using his Cherubini because it is a cost to send to grave. So we go ahead and add with Shadow Mist, add our Adusted Gold, just so we can have a play for next turn to basically have a Raigeki. He then goes ahead and summons a Reclusia, a Crusader Reclusia. Interesting tech in Burning Abyss, and he tries to get rid of our Dark Law, but we have the Impermanence. We impermanence the Reclusia, preventing our Dark Law from being destroyed. Now, obviously, he has a Psychic, Sea Archiver and a Reclusia on board, so we can see where he chooses to go from here. Okay, so let's see, like, from what I remember, he had multiple different options of where he could actually go because there was just a very large variety of plays that he could potentially do here. So let's see what options he has in general. He seems to be banishing the two. I don't know why he's banishing them both. Reclusia, oh no, Dark Law is on board, so they would both be banished. That is my mistake there. So he goes ahead and banishes them both for Dark Law to potentially be link summoning. But what would he link summon into is the question. Like, there are multiple different options he could potentially do. He could go into a Nightmare Phoenix to get rid of the set card. He could go into a IP Mask Arena to basically have access into a Crusadia Avramax. So that would be very hard to out for this deck because we both use both of our Stratoses. Oh, and he makes a Nightmare Cerberus, banishing a card from hand to destroy Masked Hero Darklaw. Excuse me. So now that he has gotten rid of the Dark Law, what is he going to do from here? Because he can use the Cherubini effect now to basically send any level 3 monster from his deck to the graveyard. But the question is, what level 3 will he send to the graveyard in this instance? He seems to be thinking, but where will he go with this? Checking his graveyard, very standard for any Yu-Gi-Oh player. And now he's seeing, just to probably calculate how much attack points my Absolute Zero, Sunriser, and Stratos currently have. Stratos is currently boosted by 800, putting it on 2,600 attack points. And he's used Cherubini's effect to send a Graph, and he's going to then use Graph's effect. Most likely to summon a Seer of the Burning Abyss as well. Seer being one of the best monsters to summon from the deck of Graph, of course. So he does indeed summon a Graph from the deck, a Seer from the deck, sorry. So what will he do from here, though? That's the question. He's checking his graveyard, thinking of his options. I honestly don't know what would be the best play here for him because I do not know his extra deck, but there are a variety of things he could potentially do. Like, it looks like he's got a Nightmare Phoenix on top of his extra deck, so he could potentially make a Nightmare Phoenix to get rid of my one set card. Potentially just getting rid of it, whatever it is. Excuse me. So he seems to be making a link of at least a 3 or a 2. And he goes into a Nightmare Unicorn. Interesting choice. So what is he going to get rid of with this Nightmare Unicorn? So he uses its effect, discarding the cost at some point. So he discards a Foolish Burial. Interesting choice, discarding a Foolish Burial. Like that, I don't know why you would ever do that, but he used the Seer to summon the Cherubini. Okay. Interesting choices. Interesting choices here. I don't know where he'll go with this though. I'm not sure what he could potentially make with this, but we shall see. So he go ahead and links his unicorn. Oh, okay, so he makes a 0 Boros. Monster Reborn, so he's going to banish the entire board. That's not really that good for me, but I still have multiple options to continue to play the game still. So it looks like he has gone through all of his resources to banish my entire board. And we draw for turn. Oh, and we drew an amazing card right there. That is absolutely insane. So we start off by activating it. Oh, we're not. We're actually going to check our graveyard really quick just to make sure we have enough targets for the card that we have drawn for turn. And this is the first time I'm officially using it in real life as well, people. And it is Pot of Avarice. So we're going to target our Dark Lord. We're going to target our Extra Hero. We're going to target our Stratos. We're going to target a Solid Soldier. We're just going to put as many good targets back into the deck, and Shadow Mist as well. Into the deck to potentially get us 2 extra draws that could get us even better plays in the turn. And potentially just OTK our opponent. So shuffle it up, shuffle it up. And you guys, you've got to remember, we still have the Adusted Gold in hand to basically just get us a free 3k body. And we activate an Equal. Equal is going to get us what, though? Searching through our deck, what are we going to get? Probably a Stratos, because Stratos would just give us another way to get to another monster. And we do choose to get the Stratos here. Okay, that's a good choice right there. So we've got the Stratos, and then we activate a second Equal. Not bad. So we're probably going to go ahead and get the, well, we're cheating there with getting a Varus, but we're probably going to go ahead and get us a Solid Soldier. So Solid Soldier is then added to hand. And we go ahead and normal it, summoning the Stratos, and then Stratos is most likely going to get us the Varus. There it is. Very good plays. And then we discard a Plasma to summon the Varus, which will go ahead and place the increase in our deck in the spell and trap card zone, giving us more ways to play the game. So we summon out the increase as well. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and summon a Vision Hero Vion. Vion is going to go ahead and send a Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist is going to go ahead and search an Honest Neos. Good combos right here. Good plays. And then we use Extra Hero Cross Crusader to go ahead and summon a Plasma, a Malicious. Now, there is a technical difficulty here because we did slightly camera cut for a minute and we didn't get to see me use the Adusted Gold to essentially get the Malicious, get the Dark Calling. But this is basically where we attack the game with Honest Neos and guarantee the opponent's death. All we really did in that instance, though, was activate the Adusted Gold, adding the Dark Fusion to Dark Calling to hand, and use the Dark Calling to summon out the Malicious Bane by banishing the Adusted Gold and the Varus Engrave. So that was game 1. Game 1 was very good. The Burning Abyss player ended up banishing our entire board, but we were just able to draw a Pot of Avarice, allowing us to guarantee that we could OTK the opponent. So looks like there's just a bit of endgame banter here as we go into game 2. So, game 2 now. Going into game 2, it looks like, I believe the Burning Abyss player went first. We shall confirm that in just a second. So, Burning Abyss player is drawing his cards as well as I am. And let's see what happens. So, who is on the play? I believe it is the Burning Abyss player, but it doesn't... Oh, it looks like... No, I am on the play in this game. Okay, so we start with a Fusion Destiny. Sending a Malicious from our hand and a... What are we going to send from deck? That's what could we potentially be sending from deck to grave? We could be sending a Celestial. We could be sending a Shadow Mist. There are multiple options that we could potentially be sending from deck to graveyard here. And we choose to send a Celestial. So Destiny Hero Celestial and Malicious are in the graveyard, and we're going to go ahead and summon out a Destiny Hero Dystopia, burning our opponent for 1,600 as well. All right, then. So, what are we going to do next? So, what could we potentially do next, seeing as we are playing with 3 cards in our current hand? We choose to use Destiny Hero Malicious's effect to summon out another copy of itself from the deck, which will potentially give us a link play. So we go ahead and summon the Mali. Okay. Then we link these two into a Element Destiny Extra Hero Cross Crusader, seeing as that is the only one we can currently summon as a link to. And we summon back the Dystopia. Distributing the Dystopia to then go ahead and search out a hero from the deck. And that hero is Liquid Soldier. Interesting choice to add the Liquid Soldier here, seeing as we don't actually have the Shadow Mist Engrave. Oh, it looks like I'm changing my mind up there because it's like, oh, we don't have the Shadow Mist Engrave, so we can't actually resolve that effect. And instead we choose to go ahead and get the Solid Soldier. Okay. Solid Soldier being very good if we have another hero in hand, so we normal summon Solid Soldier and special summon out a Shadow Mist, which we do have in hand. And then Shadow Mist will go ahead and get us a Mask Change, pretty much guaranteeing us a way to make Dark Law on the opponent's turn. So, what do we do from here? We go ahead and use the Dusted Gold to go ahead and search us a Dark Calling. Just to guarantee we won't draw the brick on the next turn. Okay. So we go ahead and pass the deck to the opponent. He cuts it. And looking at our graveyard, I believe that is just a set 1 and pass. Alright then, so let's see what our opponent can do. So what is our opponent's first play? He activates Raigeki! But that is not actually that great a player against a hero player that has a Solid Soldier on the field, because that will allow us to summon back our Elemental Hero Shadow Mist, because Solid Soldier's effect will be sent via a spell effect. So we go ahead and summon back we go ahead and use the Chainlink 1 of Solid Soldier and Chainlink 2 of Shadow Mist to essentially search us a hero and also give us a target for that Mask Change on the board. We go ahead and search Stratos from our deck to our hand just to guarantee that we have a search for the following turn. Very good option right there. What is next though? What are we going to do next? It's just shuffling right now. So we go ahead and pass it to cut, and the opponent will most likely continue from here. So he summons a Tour Guide from the Underworld, a card that is now at 2 in the TCG. What will he summon from the deck, though? Most likely a very good Burning Abyss, and he summons a Graph, the best Burning Abyss probably to summon off a Tour Guide at times. And we go ahead and summon Dark Law in attack position, which will not be the easiest thing to out for the Burning Abyss player, unless he can somehow get another monster on the board and make a Nightmare Unicorn. But doing that will banish his Graph. So he goes ahead and summons out the Destrudo, paying half of his life points, giving him the 3 materials required to make the Nightmare Unicorn. But he is going to banish those 2 to what is he going to summon? Me just maintaining game state, making sure the Destrudo goes to the bottom of the deck. And he makes a Yazi. Yazi being just amazing here because it will pop the Dark Law and give him a Mare from the deck. But will he be able to OTK me in this turn? Otherwise, if not, I could potentially just come back very strong because heroes have the ability to OTK through pretty much any board. So those 3 zones currently are filled with tokens as well. Due to Mare's effect, he just made them straight off the bat. So he makes a Link Karibo with one of the tokens using the column under the Link Karibo's token. What will he do from here, though? He is going to link away the Link Karibo and a token to make a Nightmare Phoenix, and then use the Link Karibo's effect itself to tribute the last token to summon it to the board. What will he do from here, though? So, he's going through his extra deck, contemplating, and he's making a Link 4 play, or a Link 3 play. And he summons a Boral Sword Dragon, currently not enough to OTK. Oh, but he has the Gizmek Orochi, meaning that he has the guaranteed damage, and going into game 3. So, game 3. Let's see where this goes here, because a game 3 could go anywhere, just from up to down. Who is going first, though? I actually cannot remember who went first in game 3 for this match. And it looks like the Burning Abyss player goes first, so I vouch to let the Burning Abyss player go first in this game. So what is he going to set up turn 1? So he starts off with a Reclusia and reveals a Danger Jackalope, shuffling his hand and trying to, and potentially just hitting one of them. Can we hit the Danger Jackalope though? No, we hit a Destrudo. That is a terrible hit when playing against pretty much any deck that plays Destrudo, because you just instantly give them that free resource, especially with the danger. So he goes ahead and makes a Link 2, and he links into a Cherubini, which will give him all of his access to his Burning Abyss plays. And you can't even stop the Cherubini because it is a cost effect to send to the graveyard. So he goes ahead and sends the Graph, and then Graph is going to go ahead and summon a Burning Abyss from the deck. It will be Seer of the Burning Abyss, the most standard Burning Abyss to summon off the Graph. It looks like the opponent is thinking, what will he summon from the deck, though? The Burning Abyss player could potentially do a lot of things on his turn 1, but we'll have to see. Okay. What is he going to do? He has one set card. The question is, what is it? Oh, he reveals a Danger Tsuchinoko. What will be hit from the hand? What is it? And it is a Libic of the Burning Abyss, summoning the Tsuchinoko from hand, giving him just free access into pretty much any Dante for no cost. So he's going to go ahead and use the Dante's effect. And what will Dante be milling? It mills a Reclusia, D-Barrier, and a Performer Pal. The one that summons the Hip Hippo from the deck, I can't actually remember what it's called. But it summons Hip Hippo and as many tokens as possible from the deck. So what is he doing now? It looks like he is debating what kind of plays he should be making in this situation. See, it's interesting to see here what he could potentially do in this situation. And he Monster Reborns. Ooh, that's an interesting choice. What is he going to Monster Reborn into? The Libic. So what he's going to do here, he's going to link the Dante and the Libic into something. What can he potentially make with these two monsters? He chooses to make an IP Masquerena. That will give him access into a Nightmare Unicorn or a Nightmare or a Tropological Zero Boros on my turn. And now he's got the Dante as well. So he discards the Seer, which will most likely be making him his Dante into a Beatrice, and he passes. But in the main phase, we activate Nibiru, summoning him a big token, but also clearing all of his monsters on the board. Basically giving me as a hero player just the ability to stop him playing the game. But the question is, what does Priyan have in his graveyard? What does he have in his hand? Does he have his own Nibiru? Does he have hand traps to prevent us from playing the game? Because I highly doubt he expected me to make him go first. So he goes ahead. So what am I going to do? What could I be potentially thinking right now to kind of play this game? So we go ahead and activate Reinforcements of the Army, but what will we be getting from the deck with Reinforcements? That is a big question. Like the attack of the token is actually quite huge, being roughly around it's well over 3k, probably around 4k. I believe Cherubini has 100 actually, so it's probably around the area of 3-7. It looks like we are debating what to get from deck still. What cards could we potentially add? What monster allows us to play around a Nibiru and get us to OTK, or potentially play around any other hand traps that the opponent could have? So, what are we going to do? This is the real question right here, because if our opponent has Nibiru or a way to play around us, then, we choose to get the Solid Soldier. A very good choice because it will give us an extra summon from the hand, but the question is, what could we be summoning from the hand? So we go ahead and normal summon Solid Soldier, and Solid Soldier's effect will go ahead and summon a Vision Hero Vion. Interesting choice, and it will send a Shadow Mist to the graveyard. What will Shadow Mist be getting from the deck, though, is the real question. What could we potentially get with said Shadow Mist? I suppose an Honest Neos could be an option, a Dusted Gold, and if we choose to get the Honest Neos, but how are we getting over this Nibiru token, though? Because this Nibiru token is still very big, and we won't have the ability to OTK. And we activated a Dusted Gold from our hand. A Dusted Gold giving us the Dark Falling. All we have for a level 6 or higher, a level 5 or higher monster is the Nibiru on board and the Honest Neos in hand. What else could we potentially use to guarantee us this effect? And we also search a Polymerization, which will just give us that extra access if we choose to go a different route. So we now have Polymerization and this. What will we potentially do, though? So we activate the Dark Calling, banishing a Malicious from the hand and the Dusted Gold from the graveyard. Summoning out Malicious Bane. And then we activate the Honest Neos on the Bane to basically boost its attack to 5/5, making the Raigeki effect possible to kill the token. And then battle phase, we attack the game, and the opponent had the Nibiru. Playing around the Nibiru very skillfully, getting rid of it, and dealing with the game. Later all.